It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. Hope y'all ready for this one. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Kate, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance at a tune-up before they play on into the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And this contest is officially underway. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he'll get it up to the 44. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Setting up a throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a first down. He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 34. His first throw is an interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. Play action on 1st down. He throws a bullet to... brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys go up 10-zip here in the 1st. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate, every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's complete right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Eligible receiver downfield.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
Running it after the penalty. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's a throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll try and throw it here. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. They're out now, ready to punt it. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Throwing now on first down. Finds him on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Pass play coming here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now this offense getting set to work here. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Back to the well again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Working inside the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. That's the end of 1, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 17-0 is our score. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They start with 2nd and 6. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Another carry for him. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Hits him on the out route. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. He's got a man left. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a first down. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's in for the touchdown. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Setting up to try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Looking to the air here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They're going play action. All in left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
A give now from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And here in our final week, as we take a look at the NFL's top running backs in terms of touchdown grabs, you can see he's got a shot to lead the league. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, boy, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw here on first down. He's got it over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative, is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw it. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 46.
From the 46. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And he can't reel it in, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
At the 32-yard line.
They are throwing it again. And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they face 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll throw it yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's
lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 43. Brought in right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
It is caught left side. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. This offense making its way back out now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
The give here on 2nd. And this one doesn't go far. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Bronk. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it's going to be 2nd down. Toss now to the short side. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They give it to him again. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
37-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
This time it's a passing play. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He's got it on the bootleg. Finds the in route, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they make the stop. They're going to say it about the 37-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 2nd and 15. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds. No chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he finds some space up to the 22-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
On 1st down, they'll run. Has a lane past the 45. And he gets this shot all the way to the 31-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Right up the gut. Space to the left. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll try and punch it in. Almost got it done himself on 1st. It's 5 yards and gives him 2nd and goal at the 1.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going ground game again here. And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys now trailed by just a point in the fourth. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Play action on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on 1st. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
From the 19. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Returning it from the 4. Return's looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Now this offense ready to head back out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives them the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play now. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world, Brock. He got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And he drives this into the pouring rain. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's only able to get this to around the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's a throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys only up by a few. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. Fielded just beyond his 40. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Setting up to pass. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
This throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw it. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He'll take this at the 10. Returns looking good so far. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Their offense ready to take the field now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. He'll look to throw it. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Here he is to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Before they can run a play on 4th down, we have a timeout. Now to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Throwing it again here. Throwing the out route complete. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Second and 3. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. Deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners. As we say, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.